1 year, 40 kilograms or 88 pounds lost, and a whole new lease on life. At 64, I'm back on the bike, doing 80 kilometers or 50 miles a day. I even had a bit of a health scare along the way. Today, I'm updating you on this, along with my world first chocolate project, my Land Rover Defender rebuild, and my journey learning the ropes of YouTube and social media. It is now just over a year since I started what I call my life rebuilding project. I was 63 years old when we were forced to close the chocolate business. We spent 15 years building that business. When it closed, we did not have enough money to retire either. That meant two things. I had to deal with closing a business that meant everything to our family, and at the same time, I still had to find a way to earn a living. Physically, I was not well. Emotionally, I was also not well. I was overweight. My body was inflamed. I was tired. And after 15 years of working all the time, there was no balance left in my life. So at the beginning of last year, I made a decision. I was going to rebuild my life, but not the same way as before. Not faster, not bigger, but more balanced. I chose a few areas to focus on. I worked on them slowly, over 1 full year. I want to share what happened in each one. The first area was my health. Health had to come first. At the start of January 2025, I stopped drinking alcohol completely. I was never a heavy drinker, usually 1 or 2 glasses of wine in the evening. But I knew if I wanted real change, I had to be strict. So it was all or nothing. At the same time, I started a strict keto diet. I cut out carbs almost completely. I ate high fat and I committed fully. This was not easy for me. I loved carbs, especially sweet ones. You don't start a chocolate business if you don't like sugar. This took discipline and consistency. Over time, my body started to change. To date, I've lost 40 kilograms. This is about 88 pounds. The inflammation in my body is now almost gone. I sleep better, I have more energy, I can do a full physical day's work and still feel good at the end of the day. That was impossible a year ago. Later on in the year, I got another wake-up call. I went for a routine doctor's visit. I did blood tests. The results showed high cholesterol and specifically high ApoB. The doctor explained something important. Genetically, I was responding badly to saturated fat. In my case, it raises cholesterol. A typical hyper-responder. The advice was clear. I had to change my diet again. After doing my own research, about 6 weeks ago, I moved to a Mediterranean-style low-inflammation diet. At first, this felt strange. After more than a year on keto, my body was used to a routine. Adding carbs back in, even good carbs, felt wrong. But again, something surprised me. I felt good. My weight stabilized. I even lost a little more. That taught me a big lesson. There is no one diet that works for everyone, all the time and always, especially as you get older. Speak to your doctor before making any big changes. The second area was fitness. For me, that meant cycling. Before this journey, I rode about 45 minutes once or twice a week, mostly around the neighborhood. When I started keto, I expected cycling to get easier, but it didn't. After about a month, I felt worse on the bike. I felt empty after rides. Recovery was harder. I struggled to sleep after hard sessions. So I went back to learning. I read, I researched. That's when I learned about fat adaptation. On keto, muscle glycogen is lower. That works fine at low intensity. But for hard efforts, like climbing hills, you still need glycogen. At first, this made riding very difficult. Over time, my body adapted. If I stayed mostly aerobic, I could ride longer. I felt better. By the end of last year, I was riding 80 kilometers on weekends. Some rides had serious climbing. One ride I remember clearly. 80 kilometers, about 1500 meters of elevation gain. That felt like a big achievement. After changing to a Mediterranean-style diet, Cycling improved again. Climbs felt easier. Fatigue was lower. Energy was steadier. Right now, I ride 3 to 4 times a week, about 2 hours per ride. Later this year, we are planning a multi-day cycling trip. I will build towards that slowly. The third area was work and product creation. I had to find something to earn a living again. I was lucky to keep some of the old machines from the chocolate business. Most of them were the machines I built myself in my garage 15 years ago. They were in bad shape. The first job was rebuilding the garage into a chocolate lab. Then I had to fix the old machines. In some cases, I had to build new ones. At first, I planned to make single origin chocolate again, but my diet changed everything. Once I was on keto, I realized something. I could not find a product that was low carb, had no sugar alcohols, did not cause side effects, and still tasted good. This became a personal obsession. I had given up alcohol. Food options were limited. This product became my only daily indulgence. The first problem was sweetness. I tested many options, from allulose, natural sweetness from nuts, different ratios, different combinations. Eventually, I found a solution that felt right. No sugar alcohols, all natural. Then, I focused on function, satiety, gut health, mental clarity, sustained energy. And then came the blood test. This caused me to pivot again. The product I was working on contained lots of coconut. That meant a lot of saturated fat. I removed coconut completely. I focused more on monounsaturated fats. That change made the product better. Right now, the formulation is almost final. I am working on form, function, and packaging. Only family and friends have tasted it so far. The feedback to date is positive. The next step, though, is getting wider tasting. The fourth area I'm focusing on is getting balance back into my life. This comes through rebuilding my old Land Rover Defender. In the past, I never thought this mattered. Work always came first. Enjoyment came last. But at this stage of my life, I realized something. If we don't build balance into life now, it won't happen later. So whenever I had time, I worked on our 2005 Land Rover Defender. I stripped it completely. I removed all the rust. I insulated it properly. If you know Defenders, you know how uncomfortable they are. We are now building the interior. We are turning it into a camper. It has taken much longer than expected. In about 2 months, we have planned an overnight trip to test everything. I'm really looking forward to that. Another big learning this year was social media and YouTube. I never thought I would be doing this, especially not in my 60s. I had to teach myself everything. Facebook posting, Instagram content, filming, talking to a camera, writing scripts, editing videos. This takes far more time than people realize. Yes, my son works in full. I could ask him for advice, but I did all the work myself. I learned how to document the journey as it happens. That is something I'm proud of. When I look back at the past year, I don't see one big transformation. I see many small decisions made consistently. I'm healthier, I'm fitter, I am creating again. I have learned new skills and I have more balance in my life. Closing the business was one of the hardest things I have ever done. It was not good. I would not wish it on anyone. But I learned this. Even when something bad happens, something you did not choose, it does not mean nothing good can come from it. The good does not cancel the bad. It does not justify it, but it can exist alongside it. This is not the end of the story. It is just the next chapter. Thank you for watching.